One of my favorite parts of Spider-Man No Way Home was seeing all the different characters from the other universes interact with each other, particularly the villains. So I decided to recreate the scene where they all meet for the first time in the Sanctum Sanctorum Dungeon. Now the first step was to find some reference images. So after a little bit of searching, I found some, and there's kind of a noticeable problem with them. They're not very clear. So after straining my eyes and gathering my bricks, I was ready to start building. I then also grabbed this set since I was planning on taking this white door frame from it, since to be honest, it's kind of the only accurate part of the set. Like, come on, what is this supposed to be? Anyways, after removing the frame, I then got to work on the other side of the dungeon, the side with all the cells. After a little while, I kind of worked out the general structure and eventually finished the entire side. The next step was now the floor, which I figured would be easiest to do using snot technique. However, at this point I was running a bit low on gray bricks, so I had to start using these less than perfect ones. It's alright though, the yellowness just provides some texture. Speaking of texture, I also added these cracks into the ground. Finishing up the floor, I then moved on to the other side of the room and built up some darker gray rocks, primarily using 2 burps. And in case you don't know, that's what this piece is called, a burp. It stands for Big Ugly Rock Piece, which I personally think is a little bit harsh. But anyways, I then connected the white door frame to the build. All that was left to do for the build now is to make a bit of a base for it, since the sides of the snot floor, well, they don't look particularly great. I proceeded to build up this black base and then place the build inside. Now it was time for the minifigures. Now, I already made most of these characters in a previous video, although I had to make quite a few modifications to make their appearances in this scene. Most of them turned out pretty good, although I couldn't quite nail Sandman's design. Anyway, I then quickly threw some designs together for Peter, MJ, and Ned, so now the MOC is complete. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good, although it's definitely run me bone dry on gray pieces. I'm really happy with the cells in particular and how their shaping turned out, and I definitely think that incorporating the white frame on the other side of the build worked pretty well. But that's about it for this video. This is also probably going to be my last Spider-Man No Way Home video for a while, although maybe someday I'll get around to making more MOCs from this movie. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for the support on these videos, I really appreciate it, and I hope you stick around for my upcoming videos, because I've got some pretty fun stuff in the works. Anyways though, thanks for watching.